everyone, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Wednesday, May 30th, 2018. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm no account.
Please remember, everybody, that you can help support this show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet, picking up some merchandise, such as our logo shirt that I'm wearing right now, by going to the link in the description down below. You can catch us live Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube. If you have anything that you'd like us to talk about, or if you'd like to submit questions for our upcoming Ask Us Anything on episode 500, do so by leaving us comments, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of which are at iReaditCast, our subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/iReaditCast, or via email, which is iReadit@mjolnir.media. So, Mr. Count, how are you?
Pretty good. There's someone brought in donuts today because it was their last day working, so I had a bunch of donuts.
Are you not allergic to donuts?
Oh, no, I very much am. And someone brought in some brownies as well, and so I had a bunch of brownies, and it was delicious.
Good. I'm glad. How are you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, a little itchy here and there.
Yeah, just a little bit?
Yeah, I'm going to go finish those brownies downstairs.
I take it you're not allergic to those.
Oh, no, I very much am.
Oh, you're allergic to those too?
Yeah.
It's just worth the suffering.
Oh, yeah. No, they're delicious, and I hadn't eaten that day today.
So have you eaten anything today besides donuts and brownies and other things that you're allergic to?
Coffee.
Coffee? You don't eat coffee. Well, I guess you
Bullshit.
could. Do you
A balanced breakfast every day is a cup of coffee.
That's not eating, though. That's drinking.
Actually, for me, it's like 5.
I was like, unless you literally, like, eat coffee. But
I do.
Don't do that.
Yeah, do it.
It's
Just chocolate-covered coffee beans.
Okay, that's different.
Boom.
I'm just picturing you, like, with a can of, like, already ground coffee beans, just open it, and like...
That's exactly how I do.
Yeah?
With that noise, exactly. And then I turn to the camera and I go, "Meat is on the menu, boys."
Sure. I'll accept that.
Or back on the menu, I'm sorry.
Whatever. Orc from friggin' Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Which movie? It's Two Towers.
I believe it's Return of the King.
Really? No, it isn't. It's Two Towers.
Is it?
Yeah, because that happens when they're wanting to eat the hobbits. And one of the orcs tells like a goblin or something that he's not allowed to eat it. And then they get into a little scuffle and he kills them. And then they're going to eat the one that's dead. And it's when they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Right, but I thought that was in the Return of the King when
Nope.
Sam goes to save Frodo.
Nope. That is Two Towers.
Whoops.
I think
The extended editions are long, all right?
yeah, it's true, they are, and they just kind of blend together in your brain.
Especially when you've been drinking the entire time you watch them.
The reason I'm so confident in that is because Two Towers is my favorite. It's the one that I watched a lot.
Weird.
Why is that weird?
Because the fucking Return of the King is the goddamn jam aside from the Shelob.
Sure. Kobe says eat all the coffee and that I am correct.
Yeah.
So, eat all the coffee, Nathan.
Sure.
Anyway. Oh,
5.
Oh, okay. I thought I had messed something up and it wasn't working. ABC canceled Roseanne Barr's sitcom after her tweet about Black Obama aide Valerie Jarrett.
Oh, we're talking about this.
We are.
This is going to be fun. This is submitted by Big Adi to our news.
Yeah, so I wasn't excited for Roseanne to be brought back on the air anyway. I
kind of was. Like, Roseanne was pretty good, except for that last season where John had died, and then this kind of ignored the entirety of the last season anyways, so, you know, it was off to a good start.
I find her voice annoying, so...
Well, you don't watch Roseanne for Roseanne.
Sure, but she's in it.
Sure, that's fine, but so is John Goodman.
Yeah?
John Goodman's a fucking genius.
Anyway, so... sorry. There was a tweet regarding Valerie Jarrett, and in that string of tweets, Roseanne appeared and commented that the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby, and that was Valerie Jarrett. And, well, you don't refer
racist.
to people of color in any circumstance, directly or indirectly, as apes or monkeys or anything even close to that. Like,
yeah,
you don't do that.
it's pretty fucked up.
And people are like, well, what about, comedians that say that stuff on stage? Well, there is a level of defense for when somebody is making a joke on stage as part of a presentation. This is actually just a statement.
And even then, if you're too blatantly racist and shit,
it still doesn't work.
Yeah. For instance, people are like, yeah, well, Wanda Sykes did it, and, everyone's praising her right now. I'm like, yeah, well, at the time, Wanda Sykes also got booed off stage.
Yeah.
She compared Trump to an orangutan, and her shit was so fucking weak that they were just like, no, boo, and they booed her off stage.
Yep. So, I mean, even then, you're still pushing the limits on what's acceptable. And if you're just out there saying that in public and not even trying to do it as part of a comedic act or anything like that, you're just being a garbage person. You're just being racist. And within a day, ABC had announced that they are canceling and separating their ties with Roseanne. They don't want to be anywhere near that. Don't want to be associated with that whatsoever.
That's understandable. A lot of other places also are cutting streaming of Roseanne.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean,
even older,
I think
the older
a lot
episodes.
of the major companies are realizing that
she's batshit insane.
It's not. I'm talking on a broader scale, on a little bit more of a big picture level. That you want to distance yourself from those things because so much of that mindset and the people that are okay with that kind of thing are getting older. And the people that you are now advertising to and wanting to get your product in front of are all like 45 and younger. Like 18 to 45 is that big major demographic. And that's also the demographic that doesn't like or tolerate this stuff. And we are the people that will bring fire down upon people that try to stand alongside people that say these type of things. And so they're just immediately trying to get away from this so that they are still seen in a positive light by the majority of the public eye that they care about.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, whoa, we're not cool with that. And everyone's like, okay, that's cool, that's cool.
Yeah, thanks, fam. Thanks for being on the right side of this. Like, people are always talking about how you need to be on the right side of history, and a lot of major companies are trying to make sure that they are. Because as many 70-year-olds as there are that have this horribly antiquated mindset and outlook on the world and race and the way that everything used to be and should be today, they are no longer the thing that is relevant for the next 50 years.
Yeah. Yeah, times they are a-changin', as a wise man once said.
Yes. So, and people are like, she's always said stuff like that. She's just crazy. I'm like, that doesn't make it okay.
No, well, yeah, of course not. In fact, it kind of makes it worse.
Although there was a really funny tweet that I saw shared around that it was like, in Roseanne's defense, it is really difficult to distinguish the type of racism that gets you fired and the type of racism that gets you elected president.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very good meme. I gave it a good 5 out of 7 and I chuckled heartily.
I did too. It was quite
good.
And
I pressed F5 to pay my respects.
Quite good. Anyway, so good job on you. Good on you, ABC.
4.
Man, I just got all kinds of. Every time I take a moment to rest, my.
Oh, hold up, real quick.
What?
Kobe said Ambien also released a statement saying racism wasn't a side effect of their drug. It's also a very important thing because she tried to blame it on Ambien.
Did she? That's even better.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Did. Yep. She tried to blame it on her taking too much Ambien. And the people who make Ambien were like, yeah, that's not a known side effect. Racism, yeah, not a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any drug on the planet that a side effect of it would be racism.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like that'd be a, if that ever happens, like that might be like a major breakthrough in terms of science.
Yeah, then we can identify what brings forth as the onset of racism. Try and eliminate it in people's brains.
And then we're getting into some crazy, crazy post-apocalyptic, dystopian, weird society where we edit people's minds to not be racist.
Sure.
Something like that. Anyway.
4.
Chilean Senate approves prohibition of all plastic bags in the entire country.
This was submitted by Abnormal Abno to our Uplifting News.
So the Senate in Chile, they have approved. It's not gone through yet. They just have a couple more, standard processes in terms of litigation to finish up before it's actually law. But this is all plastic bags. I mean, like California recently banned.
No, that's good. Have you ever eaten chili out of a plastic bag? It's awful.
Jesus.
Chili for bowls.
It's a pun.
We want plates?
What? Why would you put chili on a plate, you fucking weirdo?
It's a subreddit, damn you.
That's like putting soup on a plate.
Sounds tasty.
Hearty, chunky soup.
Yeah, anyway. So California recently banned, and several other states have banned single-use plastic bags, so like what you normally get at the grocery store. And the grocery store switched to heavy-duty, stronger plastic bags that you can buy for like $0.25 a bag. And you're supposed to, bring them back with you after you have, taken your groceries home, and they're supposed to last for, several trips to and from the store, much like kind of like canvas bags. But those, Chile wasn't interested in those. They had banned single-use plastic bags in coastal cities, in which a lot of it had moved over to those stronger, reusable plastic bags, and it didn't lead to actually a reduction at all in the amount of plastic that made its way into the ocean or just on the side of the road. And they go, fine, whatever, we'll just ban all of them. Use your canvas bags or carry it with your hands.
That's the fucking spirit.
Yep. So good job, Chile. That's an actual major step.
I have a giant-ass box of plastic bags downstairs, and I have no real use for them because, shit, I don't know. I have a psychological thing that I've gotten from being raised by my mother and my grandmother that I just collect plastic bags from stores.
I think most of us do that. We actually use ours as small trash bags for our waste baskets in like the bathrooms.
That makes sense. My grandmother used to call them cheap plastic suitcases.
Sure.
I tend to give them to my friends who have dogs.
So that they can pick up poop?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the thing.
Yep.
But yeah, otherwise...
They are useful, but they are not absolutely necessary either.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wonder how that works with like the plastic bags that like fruit is normally wrapped in at the store.
Probably need to change them out.
Probably. I'm not sure.
Maybe they don't wrap their food in bags at the store.
Maybe instead they use like cloth netting.
Yeah.
3.
Man who raped 2 women at gunpoint in San Diego sentenced to life.
This is submitted by Antoine Beach 400 to our news.
It's a little bit more than life, too. So this 26-year-old guy was sentenced to 100 years in prison and 86 years in state prison.
Good God. That is...
Go to jail.
That is an amount.
It is an amount. And none of that is set to be able to be done through parole. So just be in jail till you die.
Yeah. Wow, he also, robbed them at gunpoint and beat them, too.
Yeah, he did terrible, terrible things to these 2 individuals that I don't really feel like sharing over audio, just because they're not things that need to be shared, but both of them did survive. They are okay. Outside of the psychological damage, they are physically going to recover without any issues, even though he really did do a number on both of them. So outside of the psychological trauma, they are okay and will be okay, but he can just go to jail forever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
I really hope that
fucked up.
I hope he gets put into a sad, lonely jail cell without a window and he's not allowed to have books.
Yeah, not one of those cushy prisons where you could throw him into the hard time prisons.
Throw him into the boring ones where it actually is, crappy and you're not just kind of living in, a discount hotel.
Yeah.
2.
Ivanka Trump abruptly exits White House conference call after questions about Chinese trademarks.
Those were submitted by Koget4C to R Politics.
Yep, so she was as part of a conference call with several of reporters. One of the reporters asked her about the president, her father's fitness, as well as the recent trademarks that she received that were awarded to her fashion brand. She just immediately hung up, in which her press aide then said you can refer those questions to the press office, and then said that she had to step out for another meeting, but that another member is there to answer any and all additional questions. Now, in terms of why the health question was asked, is that one of the doctors that looked at Donald Trump recently said that he really needed to lose some weight because he was at unhealthy levels. And also the question that came into play was, again, the trademarks that were awarded to her clothing company from China, because that's kind of a conflict of interest. But she wasn't interested in discussing those and just hung up. Didn't say, I gotta go, nothing, just hung up.
That
looks so
real
bad.
Fucking sketch.
It looks so bad.
Either you look super pissed off, or you look like, oh fuck, guilty fucking conscience.
Both.
Yeah,
no,
both,
there is
really.
no guilty conscience there. It's just like, oh man, you caught me holding what? You caught me with my hand in the cookie jar, caught me with my pants down, whichever. I don't care either way. And you're not ashamed about it. You're just like, oh god, these people not letting me do the things that I want to do so that I can make the money that I want to make in the way that I want to make it. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, hookers and blackjack.
Exactly, or in this case, McDonald's and Chinese clothing.
Yeah, go figure, right?
I guess I don't know. At this point, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, neither am I.
So, but
I'm just deeply, deeply saddened.
also, I'm gonna if I can find the picture real quick. Not to be critical of someone's appearance, but I'm gonna be critical of someone's appearance, and it's mostly because of the angle and because of her body type and stuff. I was digging for picture of Ivanka Trump, and that I was so confused by it, because it is the perfect picture in terms of how it was taken to make her neck look excessively long. I'm trying to get it on the screen now. All right. And so, yeah, so now it's on the screen, and I'm just a little confused because, like, I feel like I'm so perplexed because it just looks irregularly long. And I've seen other pictures of her, and she doesn't have this crazy, like, freakishly long neck.
Tree stars, dude.
Tree stars, yes. Three horns don't play with long necks, Nathan. Like, there's just... It freaks me out. It freaks me out, sir. Anyway, I'm going to move on now.
1.
Public service announcement. Please do not roast marshmallows over the erupting Hawaii volcano.
Is this a change to the terms in service?
No.
Okay. This was submitted by Mr. Guy Claw Star, not the Onion.
This is not something that you should have to be warned about. So, yeah,
What are you talking about? Of course you have to be warned about this.
Because people are stupid?
Because this is a good idea on paper.
No, it is a terrible idea. And not even because of safety reasons of being close to lava. The United States Geological Survey took a break from giving their updates regarding the eruptions on the Kona Island in Hawaii to say that you should not roast your marshmallows over the volcanic vents or lava. And the reason why is because lava and those vents let off a significant amount of different types of gas, primarily sulfur dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, which don't smell the great, will make your marshmallow...
It means that they're farting.
Will make your marshmallow taste terrible and could poison you.
It tastes like farts.
So don't do that.
Poisonous farts.
Don't roast your marshmallows over lava or volcanic vents. K. Hey, Nathan.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
What did you care about in the last 24 hours?
Oh, man, I just fucking had it, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was right there, and I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, buddy.
It was a good one.
Sure?
Now I'm pissed. I'm gonna go with There's an announcement for Monster Hunter today, and there's a new monster coming tomorrow.
Congratulations, sir.
Mine was actually really good, and I was ready to talk about it, and it was like, I don't remember what it was.
Can you give me anything? Death count in Puerto Rico. Police faking breathalyzers. Donald Trump signing the Right to Try Act.
That one's pretty good, but no.
No?
No, I'm running through like Reddit to try and find it, but yeah, it's not hitting.
Okay. The thing I cared about is two things. One is the death count in Puerto Rico. They recently did a study of not the deaths caused directly by the impact of Hurricane Maria, but the later deaths as a result of it, regardless of whether it's from a lack of power or from people not being able to get the medical attention they need or the lack of a response. Initially, the death count that was told was around like 87, which most people didn't believe at all. After another study was done in which they did a lot of surveying across the entire island and then just kind of rationalized the numbers based on how many people had passed away from what and then compared that to the total population, the actual death count is closer to 5,000.
Yeah, it's definitely not what I was thinking. Oh, found it!
Did you hear anything I just said?
There's a ton of people dead in Puerto Rico.
Well, yes. 2.5 tons, actually.
Right. I did hear it, but
okay.
I found what I was going to do.
Okay, hang on, I got you.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
There's a Russian journalist named Arkady Babchenko who was assassinated in Kiev on Tuesday.
What did he say wrong?
He was a giant proponent against Russia when it comes to a lot of their things. I forget the details exactly, but he was writing about Russian corruption and whatnot. And he didn't feel safe in Moscow in 2017 and moved to Ukraine. And then he wound up dead on Tuesday.
Wound up dead. I'm sure it was an accident. You know,
well, he got shot in the back.
Oh, I was going to say slipped and fell in some just random nerve gas that had puddled itself on the floor.
Well, he appeared live and well on TV today.
Oh.
And he was like, yo, bitches, I thought I was going to be murdered, so I worked with the Ukrainian government to make sure whoever was trying to murder me gets caught.
And?
That's all that we know.
Oh, dang. Why you gotta leave me hanging like that?
Because that's fucking exciting, and that's like a goddamn movie.
That is like a movie. That's pretty impressive.
I was also, like, holy shit, I've seen this movie before.
He's still gonna die.
Yo, he has a higher chance of dying, yes.
Like, I think he has an even higher chance now.
Yeah, that's...
Like, because now they're gonna kill him just to prove a point.
Yeah, probably with nerve agent, be like, no, that was not us.
The other thing that I cared about was that one of the other things I mentioned, which is Donald Trump did sign the Right to Try Act. If you do not know what the Right to Try Act is, it is a measure that is aimed at helping terminally ill patients access experimental drugs that are not approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Getting almost anything approved by the FDA is significantly atrociously difficult. Like, it is such a pain to get any type of medication passed through the FDA, and that's because there's rigorous protections to make sure that you don't take something that's going to turn you into a squid. That said, there are tons of experimental medicines that could try to cure some things that we don't have a way of curing. But because they're experimental and because we don't know the full side effects, testing on them is difficult, or there's not even a way to do them, the FDA won't approve them. So the measure that Donald Trump has signed will allow people that are terminally ill, if there is an experimental medicine that has got through phase 1 of the FDA's testing, which is basically it is not a crime against humanity to give this to somebody because it won't turn them into a squid, they're allowed to try it and see if it will help them.
That's fucking cool.
It is really cool. It has the potential to save thousands and thousands of lives by allowing people that have no alternative to attempt something that they wouldn't have the chance to attempt otherwise.
Which means in America there's going to be a lot of people abusing this because, you know, healthcare is ridiculously costed.
Well, I mean, the criteria to be able to use it is pretty narrow. I mean, you have to be terminally ill. You have to literally be, I am going to die if we don't try something. So... Sure. There's not, like, you know, millions of people that are lined up to be able to use this, but it does at least give people that are in that situation another option.
That's fucking cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's one good thing.
Good job. Good job, Trump. I'm not going to pat you on the back because you have done so many things wrong, but I will give you. And
I wouldn't want to touch you.
I will give you a small thumbs up for signing at least this. Not as small as the thumbs on your tiny little hands. All right, anyway, we're going to get out of here. Please remember, everybody, we will be holding an Ask Us Anything on episode 500. Please drop those questions that you would like us to answer, anything at all, whether it's about political, political happenings, if it's about personal things, if it's about what Nathan's third favorite dinosaur is. Please send us those questions. We do have a post dedicated to it on our subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/iRedditcast. Also, feel free to message us those questions in any form on any of our social media, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all of which are at iRedditcast. You can find me on social media at Schwahn Michael and Nathan at Bimmenstein. If you would like to help support the show, go to patreon.com/dailyinternet, pick up some merchandise in the link below, follow and share us wherever you can, and leave us 5-star reviews on the audio-only versions, which are on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere else podcasts are found. And that's it, everybody. That's your 477th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm no account.
And please remember, everybody.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
Have a good day.
Bye.